Sleigh Bells Ring, Are You Listening? Part 1. Henry watched the other elves celebrate another successful sled takeoff from a table in the darkened corner of the room. When he was sure no one was watching, he slipped the flask from his pocket. He twisted off the lid, held his mug of hot chocolate under the table, emptied the eggnog into the mug, put the lid back on, and slipped it back into its place. Henry grabbed the candy cane from behind his pointy ear and stirred the mixture. When it was thoroughly mixed, he bit the end off the mint and took a large swig. "Why so glum, chum?" a cheery voice said as another elf took a seat next to Henry. "Shove it up your jingle bells, Hermie." Henry sighed. "Don't you have some teeth to clean?" "How?" The other elf cocked his head to the side. "Who's Hermie?" "Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. He's with Santa." "Good grief." Henry ran a hand over his face. "The stop-motion movie? They play it every Christmas." The other elf scratched his forehead. "My name is Steve." "I know your name is Steve. I've worked with you on the bicycle line for the past 150 years. But you called me Hermie. Great yellow snowballs, man." "Never mind." "Okay," Steve shrugged. "Anyway, aren't you excited?" "About what?" "Christmas." Steve giggled as his glittery cheeks sparkled in the firelight. "You silly stocking." Henry gripped the handle of his mug so hard that his knuckles turned white. He downed the rest of his drink in one gulp, burped, and blew it into Steve's face. "Sure, just like last year. And the year before that. And the year before that. It's magical, isn't it?" "Sure." Henry wiped his mouth with his sleeve. "But don't you ever tire of doing the same thing over and over again? I mean, we work all year so the fat man can fly off in the sky only to start all over again tomorrow. Meanwhile, he gets to take a year-long vacation." "No," Steve shook his head. "And you shouldn't call Santa that." "Whatever." Henry pushed his seat back and stood. "Well, I'm sick of it, and I'm going to do something about it." "Okay. Well, good luck, Henry. Have a winterific night." "Oh, I plan on it." Henry chuckled, wrapped his scarf around his neck, and trudged out into the cold North Pole snow.